This is a fertilized human egg cell. It quickly divides into two cells, which continue to divide, eventually forming a baby made up of millions of cells. In order to grow, an organism's cells must multiply. These are skin cells. It's the same for plants. For this root to grow, its cells must be multiplying over and over again. They're reproducing themselves by a process known as mitosis. Mitosis produces new cells, which are identical to each other. To understand what's happening when a cell divides in this way, we need to take a look inside the nucleus. The nucleus of every living cell contains chromosomes. These thread-like structures are made of DNA and contain all the information necessary for the cell to survive. This is what they look like in real life. When a cell's about to divide, the chromosomes become shorter and fatter. They line up along the centre before separating to opposite ends of the cell. A human cell normally has 46 chromosomes, but to make it easier to follow the process, imagine a cell with just 3. Before a cell divides, each chromosome has to make an identical copy of itself. The twin-armed chromosomes then line up along the centre. Invisible cell fibres pull them apart. Membranes form around the two sets of chromosomes, forming the nuclei and cell membrane of the two new cells. Mitosis is a very organised process, making sure that the new cells are identical to each other and identical to the original. This whole process has been speeded up many times. It usually happens over a few hours. This type of cell division is how all animals and plants grow. These are the cells in an onion root tip. They've been stained with a dye which helps show up the chromosomes. You can see how they're all at slightly different stages of mitosis. Another type of cell division is called meiosis, but this only happens in the reproductive organs of animals and plants. In a flower like this, the male reproductive organ is called the anther. It produces pollen grains, the equivalent to an animal's sperm. The female reproductive organ is called the carpel. Inside the swollen ovary at the base are egg cells. Pollen, egg cells and sperm are all produced by meiosis. Imagine a cell with just 4 chromosomes. As with mitosis, each produces an identical copy of itself. Chromosomes belong in pairs. One half of the pair, shown in blue, will originally have come from the father. The other one is from the mother. In meiosis, the chromosomes pair up with their partner along the centre of the cell. These pairs split apart, some of the mother chromosomes going with some of the father chromosomes. But it doesn't end here. These cells now split mitosis style. The twin-armed chromosomes line up along the centre of the cell before being pulled apart. From just one cell, 4 new cells are created. Meiosis produces cells which have half the usual number of chromosomes. It takes place during the formation of sex cells, like eggs and sperm. Why is it important that the number of chromosomes in egg and sperm cells is halved?